9 cruise charges seniors are paying in 2026 without knowing it. The price on your cruise booking confirmation is rarely the price you pay when you walk off the ship on the last morning. Between gratuity increases, service charge hikes, room service delivery fees, and charges that appear without explanation on your folio, the gap between what you expected and what you actually owe can run into hundreds of dollars. These 9 charges are showing up on senior cruise bills in 2026, and knowing what to look for before you board can save you real money. Subscribe to Cruise Smart right now if you have not already. We cover exactly this kind of update every week, so you can go into your next cruise fully prepared. Number 1. The automatic gratuity rate on your sailing has likely changed since you booked. More than 5 major cruise lines raised their daily automatic gratuity rates in the first half of 2026. If you booked your cruise several months ago and have not checked the current rate, there is a real chance the number is different from what you planned around. Confirmed rates as of mid-2026, Carnival moved to $17 per person per day for standard staterooms and $19 for suites. Princess Cruises is at $18 for standard cabins and $20 for suites. Holland America raised its rate to $18 for standard cabins starting in June 2026. MSC Cruises moved to $17 per person per day for standard staterooms. The concern for senior cruisers who prepaid gratuities is straightforward. If you locked in gratuities at a lower rate when you booked, and the cruise line has since raised the rate, some lines ask passengers to pay the difference at embarkation. Policies vary, but it is worth confirming before you arrive at the terminal. Log into your cruise account or call the cruise line before departure and confirm the current daily rate for your specific sailing. If you prepaid gratuities, verify that the prepaid amount matches the current rate. 5 minutes now prevents a surprise you cannot fix once you are standing at the gangway. Number 2. The service charge on drinks, spa treatments, and dining just went up on some lines. Holland America and Princess Cruises both raised their mandatory service charge from 18% to 20% in 2026. This charge applies automatically to every beverage purchase, spa treatment, specialty dining reservation, and other applicable onboard transaction. It is not optional and it cannot be removed. For passengers who do not track it as a separate line item, this charge is easy to overlook. It appears as a percentage on each transaction, not a flat fee, but it accumulates across every relevant purchase over the sailing. Consider a drink package priced at $60 per person per day. At 20% rather than 18%, the additional 2% adds roughly $25 per person across a 7-day sailing. For 2 passengers, that is $50 more than you would have paid under the old rate. Factor in specialty dining, spa visits, and individual drink purchases outside any package, and the total difference for a week is meaningful. Before booking any onboard package or dining reservation, confirm the current service charge percentage for your cruise line and sailing date. When comparing total costs across different cruise lines, make sure you are comparing the fully loaded price, including the service charge, not just the base package rate. Number 3. Room service delivery is no longer free on most major cruise lines. For decades, ordering food to a cruise cabin cost nothing extra. You picked up the phone, chose from the menu, and the food arrived at no additional charge. That is no longer the policy on most major lines, and many senior cruisers discover it for the first time when they see the charge appear on their folio. Royal Caribbean currently charges $7.95 per room service delivery, regardless of order size. Other major cruise lines charge between $3 and $10 per delivery. Norwegian Cruise Line introduced a $5 charge in 2026 for each entree ordered beyond the first 2 in the main dining room itself, which is a different category but the same shift away from what passengers had long considered included service. For a senior cruiser who enjoys breakfast in the cabin, orders lunch on port days, or prefers not to dress for the dining room late in the evening, this fee accumulates quickly. Ordering room service twice a day over a 7-day sailing could easily add $100 or more in delivery fees that were never factored into the budget. Check your specific cruise line's current room service policy and fee schedule before sailing. Some lines maintain complimentary menus for late-night snacks or continental breakfast options. Know the fee structure before your first order rather than tallying it up on the final morning. Number 4. Your promotional onboard credit expires unused at the end of the sailing. Onboard credit is one of the most appealing booking incentives cruise lines offer, and one of the most routinely wasted. Many cruise bookings come with hundreds of dollars in promotional credit applied to your account. That credit can be used for specialty dining, drinks, excursions, spa services, or the gift shop. What it typically cannot do is convert to cash. Most promotional onboard credit is non-refundable. When you disembark, any remaining balance disappears. It does not carry forward to a future sailing, and it does not return to your original payment method. It is simply gone. Senior cruisers who spend carefully often lose the most to this policy. They arrive at the final full day at sea with $50 or $100 of promotional credit still untouched. The fix is straightforward. Check your onboard credit balance in the cruise app or on the cabin television at the midpoint of the sailing, and again on the final full day. Most cruise apps display this balance clearly. If you have promotional credit remaining and nothing specific planned, the gift shop, a spa treatment, or a ship-booked excursion at the next port are all usable. Know the balance before the last morning. Once the ship is docking, the credit is gone. Number 5. A visit to the ship's medical center will not be covered by Medicare or most health insurance. This is the most financially serious charge on this list, and also the one most likely to arrive as a complete surprise. Most United States health insurance plans, including Medicare and the majority of Medicare supplement plans, do not cover medical care received on a cruise ship or outside the country. A standard physician consultation in the ship's medical center runs between $150 and $200 in 2026. Diagnostic tests, prescription medications, or intravenous fluids can push the total to $500 or more for what started as a minor issue. Seasickness injections, one of the most frequently requested treatments in cruise ship medical centers, typically cost between $75 and $120 each. A follow-up visit the next morning adds a separate consultation charge on top. All of these costs are billed directly to your onboard account and must be settled before disembarkation. The ship does not submit claims to Medicare. Payment is your responsibility before you leave the ship. Travel insurance with medical coverage and medical evacuation closes this gap. Choose a policy that covers care outside the United States and aboard ships. Purchase it within 14 to 21 days of your initial deposit to qualify for pre-existing condition coverage. For most senior cruisers, this is not optional. Number 6. Your Wi-Fi package may cover only one device at a time. Cruise ship Wi-Fi pricing in 2026 ranges from roughly $15 to $40 or more per person per day, depending on the cruise line, the speed tier, and whether you purchase before or after boarding. The difference between pre-cruise pricing and onboard pricing can be 20 to 30% on some lines, so purchasing before you board is generally the better deal. What many senior cruisers do not check before purchasing is how many devices the plan covers. Standard single-device plans allow one device connected at a time. You can switch which device is logged in, but you cannot have your phone and your tablet active simultaneously under a one-device plan. If you and your travel companion want separate connections at the same time, 2 plans are required. Some lines offer household or multi-device plans at a higher price. Whether that upgrade is worth the cost depends on how many devices you realistically plan to use and for how many days of the sailing. Before purchasing any Wi-Fi plan, confirm how many devices are included and verify the pre-cruise price versus the onboard price. Connectivity can also be unreliable in remote ports and certain sailings, regardless of which plan you buy. So check reviews for your specific itinerary. Number 7. The specialty dining credit in your booking may cover only one restaurant visit. Specialty dining promotions are among the most widely offered cruise booking incentives and among the most frequently misread. Many cruise packages and loyalty perks include what is described as specialty dining. The fine print typically specifies one dinner per person at a limited number of qualifying restaurants. The second visit to a specialty restaurant or any visit to a venue that is not on the qualifying list is billed at full cover price. Specialty dining cover charges on most major cruise lines in 2026 run between $25 and $60 per person. Premium venues, tasting menu formats, and chef's table experiences often run higher. A senior cruiser who assumes their specialty dining credit works as a general discount across multiple restaurants may see 2 or 3 unexpected dinner charges on the final folio. Before sailing, read the exact terms of any specialty dining benefit in your booking confirmation. Note which restaurants qualify, how many visits are included per person, and whether the credit covers the full cover charge or only part of it. On the ship, the host at the front of any specialty restaurant can answer these questions before you commit to a reservation. Ask before you sit down, not after the meal has been served. Number 8. Some cruise lines now charge for additional entrees ordered in the main dining room. Norwegian Cruise Line introduced a policy in 2026 that adds a $5 charge for each entree ordered beyond the first 2 per person in the main dining room. This is not a specialty restaurant with a cover charge. This is the included main dining room where passengers have traditionally ordered freely for decades. Norwegian framed the policy as a measure to reduce food waste. The practical effect for passengers is that an ordering pattern previously considered part of the included cruise experience now carries a per-plate fee above a certain threshold. Whether other cruise lines will follow is not confirmed as of mid-2026, but the shift at Norwegian is notable because it applies a per-entree charge to what has always been an unlimited included venue. For senior cruisers who enjoy ordering a second entree to share with a companion, who like to try 2 dishes before deciding what they prefer, or who have smaller appetites and order lighter portions across multiple plates, this policy changes the cost calculation at dinner. Before sailing on Norwegian in 2026, or if you are uncertain about any other line's current policy, verify whether per entree or per course charges apply in the main dining room. Check your cruise documentation or call the cruise line directly before you board. Number 9. Minibar charges can appear on your folio even if you never touch the contents. This is the charge that produces the most confused conversations at the guest services desk because it seems impossible. You did not touch the minibar. You may not have even opened the refrigerator, but there is a minibar charge on your folio. On ships with weight sensor minibar systems, the refrigerator tracks the weight of its contents continuously. When any item shifts and the sensor registers a change, the system logs it as a potential consumption and charges the corresponding item to your onboard account. Picking up a bottle to read the label and setting it back can register as consumption. Cabin stewards cleaning the minibar area, maintenance crew accessing the refrigerator, and even the ship's motion in rough seas have all been documented as causes of accidental sensor charges. This type of system is used on some ships operated by Royal Caribbean and on certain vessels across other major lines. The individual charges are small, a bottle of water here, a miniature snack pack there. Combined across multiple days, the total is not trivial. On embarkation day, call guest services or ask your cabin steward whether your cabin uses a sensor-based minibar system. If it does, request that the contents be removed entirely. Check your folio specifically for minibar entries midway through the sailing. If charges appear for items you did not consume, go to guest services before the final morning. This billing error is corrected routinely when passengers flag it in time. These 9 charges are standard items appearing on cruise bills across the industry in 2026. Most can be avoided or corrected with 1 phone call, 1 question to your cabin steward, or 5 minutes reviewing your folio before the last morning. None of them have to catch you off guard. Subscribe to Cruise Smart right now and leave a comment below with the words Cruise Smart. That is how we know you are watching, and it helps us keep making videos exactly like this one.